What it do, baby? It's your boy BillzB HD and the homie JayFuture back violating your timeline once again with another episode of OverTheCoals. Hey man, what we talking about today?
We talking about the Lil Durk, NBA YoungBoy drama circulating.
Yes, sir.
Shit got kind of crazy. They going back and forth. Ever since the King Von passing, things got a little spooky.
Yep.
We gonna kind of react to a little bit about what they doing and kind of, their perspective basically. So let's get into it.
All right, without further ado, let's get into it.
After the passing of King Von, many rappers in the industry fell apart. However, the two rappers who fell out the most were NBA YoungBoy and Lil Durk. The beef between the rappers stemmed from NBA YoungBoy's associate Quando Rondo's involvement in the passing of King Von. However, for the first 2 weeks in January of 2022, Lil Durk and NBA YoungBoy have been going at each other, and the beef doesn't seem to be ending. Keep watching to find out about the beef between Lil Durk and NBA YoungBoy. Now, the two rappers weren't quite at peace, as there was still some bad blood between them over the death of King Von. However, NBA YoungBoy set the beef up a notch after he released a diss track dissing O-Block and King Von. And shortly after that, he released another diss track where he hinted that Lil Durk would end up like his friend, King Von. You see, the first diss track NBA YoungBoy released was Bring the Hook, where he called out King Von and the entire O-Block set. NBA YoungBoy said in the song, O-Block back and rolled up, murder what they told us, and let a boy get folded up.
This nigga didn't have to put the auto-tune on that shit. He did not have to put auto-tune on that shit.
I know a who got Instagram and Twitter still ain't trying to master. He went on to say, I don't give a my just like your friend, you'll bite the dust. That ain't blood, you ain't ready to see some brains around the club. NBA YoungBoy topped off the beef by posting a picture of himself posing next to some dollar bills that were laid out to spell out, you gon' die. While a second picture showed him squatting next to the money that spells out, stay safe. Lil Durk reaction. After NBA YoungBoy released his first diss track, Lil Durk sent out a message to NBA YoungBoy. He posted a picture of him alongside a photo of King Von, where he captioned the post, don't claim it if you ain't do it, you still a. It was after this reply that NBA YoungBoy went on to diss him in his Know Like I Know. NBA YoungBoy's picture where he laid with dollar bills saying, you gon' die, caught the attention of Lil Durk, who responded to the picture with his own dollar picture. Hurry y'all up. Durk spelled out in dollar bills on the stairwell in his post. There are other rappers involved in the beef between NBA YoungBoy and Lil Durk. And from the looks of it, it's safe to say that every rapper in the industry is involved, since they will have to pick sides while collaborating with either of them.
Do you have to pick a side? Especially if it doesn't involve you?
At the end of the day, yeah, I mean, if you call yourself a street rapper,
Okay.
you really about the streets, yeah, you got to pick a side.
But if you rocking with both of them, right? And say in the case of like 21 Savage, it seems to me like 21 Savage is trying. I get it, his music is still kind of reflecting all the shit he's been rapping about. But like, if you see him like in interviews and then the shit that he's doing outside of gangster rapper, whatever you want to call it,
yeah.
if you look at him from outside of that, it looks like he's trying to separate himself from all of that. He's trying to better himself and go.
He's still a street rapper.
I get that. That's what I'm saying. But like, if you look at it from that perspective, and you fuck with both sides, and
but who's to say he fucks with both sides? Nobody.
Well, I'm just taking this at face value. If you're in a situation like that where I fuck with NBA YoungBoy and I fuck with Durk and Von, that whole camp over there, I get it. Y'all got issues and shit. I fuck with both of y'all on equal playing fields. I'm not gonna get in the middle. Why do I have to choose a side? Especially if I'm trying to like, I've already experienced enough death in my personal life. I've experienced enough death with people who I've met in this industry, and I don't want to see that continue. I don't want that shit to trickle over into my side. How come I can't stay neutral?
You can't be neutral on it because one side is gonna feel away, regardless.
Exactly.
Regardless, NBA YoungBoy side or okay. I mean, you doing a feature with NBA YoungBoy. That nigga, NBA YoungBoy, was just dissing. He just has said King Von and Lil Durk and whatever the case is on a fucking song. And then, you getting on the song with him?
Well, I'm saying neutral as in I'm not going to do a verse or a feature with anybody until y'all resolve whatever y'all got going on. This is not me. That doesn't mean me, because that's taking a side. That's me taking a side. Y'all beefing and I'm neutral, but I'm going to do a song with him. Or if I do a song with him, I'm going to do a song with you. That's not really being neutral. That's just you playing both sides. Being neutral is saying, hey, you know what? Y'all handle whatever y'all got going on and just don't, I'm staying out of it completely. Because what you're talking about, that's not being neutral.
A lot of niggas ain't doing that, though.
I'm just taking it as...
Two of the hottest rappers.
Okay.
You gonna pick a side, bro.
Not necessarily, not me.
Not
if
even...
we talking about life and death and all that shit, like, nigga, like, if I got love for both of y'all, I'm gonna try to counsel both of y'all, like, look, nigga, like, this shit ain't that serious. Like, you ain't have to diss them, you ain't have to say that, you ain't gotta do all this. That's being neutral right there. If I'm going to do a song, if I say I got love for both of y'all niggas, and I go do a song with one nigga and not the other nigga, that's clearly picking a side.
When you say you got love, right? What do you have love on? Like, what are you basing you have love on? Like, what is that based off?
What you mean? Maybe they built a genuine friendship.
Right. You don't have to take a side. You don't have to take a side, but when it comes to death, when it comes to people losing, like, that's people that are close to,
more reason to stay the fuck out of it. Especially if it doesn't involve you.
Exactly.
That's all I'm saying. Like, why do you have to take a side? Especially if you're not involved. These are people who you met well after you became famous and got money. Like, why do you have to take a side?
You can't stay neutral in a Main Street beef because whether you choose a side, the public's gonna choose one for you.
Fuck the public.
At the end of the day, you gonna choose a side or one's gonna be chose for you. Depends on who you fucking with or who you do a song with.
Going off of what 21 Savage said, he said you have to switch. You have to pick a side. Like, nigga, you don't have to pick a side.
You do.
No, you don't.
You do.
You don't.
The reason why you do.
No, you
the reason why you do.
Especially if you trying to better yourself, nigga. You trying to stay the fuck up out of there. You trying to get the money, trying to feed your family. Like, nigga, what the fuck y'all got going on? I get it. That's your man's. He passed. He got killed. And this nigga, YoungBoy, that had nothing to do with the killing. He had no part to play in that, right?
Says who?
YoungBoy, Quando Rondo, all the niggas from
says
that's
who?
Chicago shit.
Who is signed to? Wait, who signed Quando Rondo? Let's ask that.
He's on YoungBoy shit?
Yes.
Okay, my bad. I didn't know that.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
I'm not that deep into these niggas,
yes.
these little nigga shit.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So
that creates that's a difference then.
Yes, I know. That's what I'm saying. So when it comes down to it, shit can get convoluted and intertwined real quick. Especially because of the internet, nigga. Especially when a nigga get fucking killed behind some shit and you're the fucking artist that signed the nigga. And then you, as a main artist that signed him, starts dissing the fucking dead homie and plus other niggas.
Okay.
So any nigga that's surrounding that drama obviously is gonna be part of what's going on. Whether he signs up for it or not, he makes a collab album or not, he's still gonna be intertwined with it because that's the main artist. He signed that nigga killed him, and now he's dissing King Von and everybody else.
I'm talking about, I get what you're talking about. If you're in that camp, if you're in the camp with YoungBoy, maybe you gotta ride with it. But if you not, like in the case of 21 Savage, he not signed to this nigga. He not signed to Durk. He not signed to anybody who's,
It got to go further than that though, because Lil Baby, do you forget he made a fucking collab album with
Yes, and I
Durk?
guarantee you that collab was already done prior to him talking.
And do you think Lil Baby stood down from him doing a collab album with Lil Durk? Do you think he just stood down from it?
They never collabed before. They never been seen in person together.
He was on tour.
With Durk?
Yes. Lil Durk and Lil Baby were on a tour.
They were headlining the tour.
Yes. We went. I don't know if you forgot.
The Baby was not on that. He was not
Lil
over here.
Baby and
I'm talking
Lil
about
Durk.
The Baby. Not Lil Baby. You getting your babies. He's getting his babies confused right now. Which baby you talking about?
So the Baby, obviously, right? So the Baby, when we look at the Baby, right? We look at a straight street nigga because his first headlines were him fucking shooting and killing 2 niggas in Walmart.
It was 2?
2.
I thought it was 1. Go ahead.
1 or 2. And he got self-defense, nigga.
Because it was self-defense.
Right.
Second Amendment.
Right.
God
Right.
bless America.
Right. Salute. Self-amendment laws, whatever the case
Where
is.
my self-amendment tool at?
We ain't asking about that. But
20.
But what we saying is, Lil Baby, no, the Baby.
Get your babies right. Get your babies right.
From what I'm saying is,
Yeah.
I don't think he's picking a side. Like
Baby.
when it comes down to it, the Baby is not picking a side.
Okay.
He had a connection with NBA YoungBoy before Lil Durk, and they made a collab effort.
Yeah.
And they made an album.
That don't necessarily mean he chose a side.
Right. So when it comes to picking a side these days, I think you need to when it comes to mainstream beef, because ultimately you're on one side or the other. This nigga Lil Baby, or no, NBA YoungBoy was asked like, "Oh, would you work with so and so, one so and so and so and so?" He would not collab with any artist that was associated with Lil Durk. That says a lot. That says a lot.
From this nigga. From this nigga right here.
NBA YoungBoy?
From this nigga right here. That says a lot from him.
NBA YoungBoy?
Yeah.
Yes. Because obviously he's picking a side and he's saying, nigga, if you gonna collab,
You don't think he's trying to create some more shit?
he's not trying to collab with any niggas that are associated with Lil Durk. That's what he said. That's why he said he don't fuck with 21 Savage. That's why he said he don't fuck with Lil Baby. That's why he said he don't fuck with none of them niggas that are associated with Lil Durk. Because he's picking a side, nigga. And he's saying, oh, Gucci? Oh, yeah, I used to fuck with Gucci. But, oh, he collab with Lil Durk? So fuck Gucci, too. I'm saying, nigga, you gotta pick a side, bro, these days. When it comes to a mainstream beef.
So what kind of mentality is that where you want to drag everybody into your bullshit?
It comes from the streets. It comes from,
You think that's smart?
is the street
Do you
smart?
think that's smart?
Hold on.
It was not. Yeah,
Is the street
understand.
smart,
No,
nigga?
It's not. It's not.
Is going to jail smart?
No.
Is going to prison smart?
No.
Is shooting a nigga smart?
It could be.
Exactly. So what I was saying is, name a time in your life where you had a issue or a problem with a nigga, and you resolved it, and you seen a nigga and you resolved it peacefully. Please tell me.
Me personally, I don't beef with niggas. Like, any nigga that I may have had an issue with.
You're not gonna let that go over me. So please tell me, because I'm gonna start saying shit. Please tell me.
Go ahead and say it. Speak on it.
No.
Speak on it. Don't bring it up and don't speak on it, nigga. Go ahead.
No, I'm going to.
Go ahead.
But I'm letting you
Okay.
get your just due.
Okay.
Tell me about a time where you had an issue with a nigga and you seen him? What happened?
I asked her what that shit was about.
And then what?
Talk it out or we can rock it out. One way or the other. But normally, I don't beef with niggas. If a nigga got a problem with me, usually if there's an issue, it's always a one-sided issue. It's always a nigga feeling insecure about some shit. It's always a nigga that misinterpreted some shit. It's not all. I don't beef with niggas. I don't have the time, energy, or effort.
It's not for you to decide.
What you mean?
It's not for you to decide if you have a problem. It's for the nigga that's you beefing with.
It's on him.
Exactly.
It's on him. Yeah, like I said, the issue's on him. Like, nigga, whatever you got going on,
right?
You need to fix it.
So
it's not me,
I don't
I'm
care
good.
if you zenning, you fucking, you seen your Lord and Savior. If a nigga has an issue with you and you see him, if the issue isn't resolved in a communication way, it's gonna be resolved in another way. Physically.
Man-on-man contact.
Period. And that's just how it is. So when it comes down to it, that's the same thing with NBA YoungBoy and Lil Baby, right?
I don't feel like you have to pick a side.
You don't have to pick a side. But a side, hold on. But a side picks you. A side picks you, right? How does a side pick you, right?
If the side picks me, then then you force me to the other side. You force me, but
right. And that's how it goes 9 out of 10 times in a fucking rap beef, a street beef, whatever beef you talking about. Hold on. A beef.
Camera's over here.
I don't give a fuck about a camera. A beef decides you. You don't decide a fucking beef. Straight up. A beef decides you. Let me repeat myself. A beef decides you.
Rapper NLE Chopper also found himself involved in the beef between NBA YoungBoy and Lil Durk after NBA YoungBoy released his Bring the Hook diss song. In the song, he dissed the entire O Block as well as the late King Von, who was proclaimed the king of O Block. NLE Chopper replied to Lil Reese's tweet where he claimed that NBA YoungBoy wasn't a demon rapper.
There's something real zesty about niggas dancing in a circle like that. There's something real zesty. You know it. These niggas dancing in the fire. That's some real.
I don't know the song.
These niggas dancing.
Play that demon, boy.
And he just wasn't as good as all the other rappers. The tweet read, "That ain't no demon time. He just rapping like the rest of these rappers all rap." Now, NLE Chopper replied to the tweet saying, "I stamped that." Now, it was quite surprising for YoungBoy's fans, as NLE Chopper was supposedly on NBA YoungBoy's side. NBA YoungBoy responded with a diss track for NLE Chopper where he called him out and asked him to stay out of grown folks' business. In the No Like I Know song, NBA YoungBoy aimed at NLE Chopper saying, "Hey, I bet your mama be destroying when we sing your stupid guy for making statements using sides about my beef with them little boys. I can say I saw it, can say I was your favorite. Better stay up in your plate round and get your face split any day." NLE Chopper never responded directly to NBA YoungBoy directly. However, insider reports claim that the two rappers are far from being on good terms.
Like, look at all the people he's dragging into this shit. That's what I was talking about earlier. Like, he's dragging everybody into this shit, whether they speak up or not. Like, bro, what's it benefiting? What's the end goal here?
He doesn't care.
Exactly. And that goes to not just the music shit, but just in life. Stay away from motherfuckers who don't care. If they ain't got shit to live for, this nigga has everything to live for. Bro, motherfuckers would kill, no pun intended, they would kill to be in this man's position. Making millions of dollars, the fame, the notoriety, the opportunities. And you're seeing him squander it in the beginning, like in the very beginning. He's squandering this shit, and he's gonna end up a statistic. I don't wish that on him, but we know how this shit plays out. He's squandering this shit over what? Because he don't care. Stay away from people who don't care about shit.
This nigga thinks he's invisible.
Everybody thinks they're invisible until they dead or in jail. There's a bunch of motherfuckers in jail.
This nigga was in jail.
Okay.
He was in prison.
You know what? Next time I'm not wishing jail on anybody, but the next time might be his last time, and he gonna be wishing his ass was out. Like, damn, you know, I should have took it there. I shouldn't have took it there. He didn't have to go there. Some motherfuckers don't wake up until it's too fucking late.
It's too late. There's certain niggas, or you just look in his eyes, and you're like, it's too late. He's gone. Like, he's gone. Like, literally. Like, there's certain niggas that you look at. Mm-hmm. Literally. You can look them in the eye.
Mm-hmm.
And
you can tell.
You can tell them whatever. Literally.
And it just doesn't resonate.
Whatever. Literally.
Doesn't
like,
resonate.
Yo, I know it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's over.
And those are the niggas I stay away from.
And when you tell a nigga like NBA YoungBoy that is a millionaire, you tell him like, nah, you shouldn't. Like, you know how many niggas that are looking at him and telling them like, nigga, it ain't worth him. Like, it ain't worth him doing this or that. Do you know how many niggas that are telling him that? Yeah, I mean, ain't nothing else to be said about it.
His baby mama, Yaya Mayweather, somehow found herself involved in the beef between the rappers. Amid this drama, a post began floating around that was allegedly from Yaya Mayweather, the mother of YoungBoy's 1-year-old son, that reads, "Ain't nobody gonna play with Kentrell, and that's on my son. And if that Asian dog won't smoke, it's up. Snake emoji, double."
Again, dragging more people into your bullshit. For what?
However, after the message went viral, Yaya quickly hopped online to say that post was fake. "I ain't never posted that. Stop making fake posts and involving me in stuff that has nothing to do with me." According to insider sources, the rappers were invited by 3 of the rap industry's most influential leaders, Mos Def, Nas, and Kendrick Lamar. The 3 rap gods met privately to discuss the state of rap music and spent a considerable amount of time discussing the Durk/YoungBoy beef and how it's destroyed.
In one ear and out the other, I guarantee. That's why I say let that shit play its course.
Exactly. Because them niggas, I'm telling you, Kendrick Lamar and Mos Def are not settling any fucking beef ever. Ever.
Look, if you can't learn them, let it burn them.
The rapper's generation as well as the industry. Lil Durk and NBA YoungBoy both enjoyed a meal before they got down to the business that has their fans pleading with them to stop before someone else is killed and their own children end up fatherless. They have asked their entourage to join them in making peace, not war. They also pledged to use their immense talent to create music that uplifts the black community, encourages generational wealth, and promotes positive fatherhood. Now, many people are in doubt whether or not this reconciliation occurred. However, insider reports from both the rappers claim that the meeting did in fact take place.
We just watched all the names they drug into this shit. Over what? What did King Von do to the NBA YoungBoy?
At the end of the day, when it comes to them,
what did Von do to him?
Like, they were messing with each other's females and shit like that.
This is all over a bitch.
Supposedly.
Man, cut the fucking video, man. Cut the fucking video. You telling me this is all over a female?
It stemmed from it. From what I know.
We just spent all this fucking time talking about this shit and it's over a female?
Supposedly.